May is looking pretty sweet for releases for the MetaQuest 2, and I'm sure other games will be released as the month goes on. If they do, feel free to join our Discord and let other Quest users know what you're hyped for. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and let others know down in the comments what you're looking forward to most. First up is Propagation Paradise Hotel. Trapped inside the Paradise Hotel, where a strange illness has turned people into savage creatures, you are desperate to find your twin sister. You play as Emily Diaz, explore dark surroundings, gather resources, and survive terrifying encounters. This intense single-player VR survival horror with great storytelling will get your adrenaline pumping. You play as Emily, whose journey will take you through extreme emotions of intense phases of stealth, exploration, and action. Meet allies and learn how to survive your enemies. I've already reviewed Propagation Paradise Hotel, and if you missed that video, I'll leave a card in the top corner right now and a link in the video description. There's also a Gleam giveaway going on for a MetaQuest 2 and a copy of the game, and I suggest you enter even if you already have a Quest 2 just to make some money. Next up is Survival Nation, which is an open world RPG VR game. The player takes the role as one of the survivors of the zombie apocalypse. The main goal is to survive, but in order to do so, you have to cooperate with other members of the survival camp. In the game, you're going to kill hundreds of zombies, acquire weapons, learn new skills, craft, explore the world, complete quests, and most importantly, fight for survival. To survive, you need to remember that food and water are the most important things. You can get food in many ways, by fishing, hunting, gathering, and scouring abandoned houses. In a world where danger awaits you at every turn, taking care of sufficient needs is not the easiest thing. As before, my first impressions review of this game is already out there. I'll leave a card in the video and a link in the video description. And I've got to say, this game is pretty addictive. Next up, we have Card Detailing Simulator, where you can renew and restore any car to its former glory, as per the demands of your discerning customers. Transform neglected vehicles into stunning and well-maintained machines that can be the envy of all. The key features of this game is there are 3 types of treatment, which is basic, internal and external, various degrees of dirt, a set of tools and accessories to work with, and modern garage equipment with a lift, rack, cabinet and more. You need to take on new orders and earn money, restoring 10 old school classics and modern cars that you can work on. I made a video about Power Wash VR from SideQuest about 8 months ago, which was simply washing cars similar to Power Washing Simulator, but this appears to take it to the next level. I've not tried it yet, but if you have, let me know down in the comments. Lovers of hand tracking games rejoice as Rogue Ascent has finally made it to the official Quest store, and now it's your job to save the planet with the use of your fingers. Rogue Ascent VR is a roguelike shooter controlled with MetaQuest hand tracking technology. You need to find weapons, gain perks and craft upgrades as you fight to save your planet from destruction. Blast your way through the hostile space station, all without the use of a controller. You need to make finger guns to shoot, raise your arms to use a shield, and interact with the world only using your hands. There's multiple bosses, unique character interactions, and online leaderboards that ensure the game remains unique run after run. And if you're one of the extremely rare Quest streamers, it has Twitch integration, which allows the audience to help you or hinder you on your run by spawning items, throwing confetti, or your viewers can even hire bounty hunters. I did play this game a very long time ago, which I'll leave that video in the description, but personally, I feel this game has now evolved a lot since then. I'm very much looking forward to checking it out later this month. Hot on the heels of the release of Winlands 2, which I did a full review on, which again will be in the description, is the predecessor Winlands, which I'm so pleased to say has finally come to the Quest store. It will always stay with me as the only game that made me completely lose balance back on PSVR. For those that don't know, Winlands is a first-person grapple hook exploration game that sees you soar through the ruins of a fallen civilization and discover the secrets of an ancient world. It appeals most to those who want to explore breathtaking vistas at a relaxing pace, but it also features challenging routes which will attract gamers who like to master the skill of soaring through the sky. Next up, we have another Fisherman's Tale. Embark on a new mind-bending VR adventure that is the sequel to one of my favourite VR puzzles of all time, A Fisherman's Tale. Discover the truth as you journey through beautiful and unique locations to solve puzzles using your own body. Detach and control your hands or replace them with new attachments which you will find throughout the world, and your own body is the primary puzzle to be solved, creating unconventional gameplay based on dismantling and reinventing your own self. And now I've done a first impressions video via the PSVR 2, and that link is in the description. I think the developers have made a great sequel, and games like this simply cannot exist outside of VR. Next up, we have Dead Hook. Dead Hook is an explosive mix of the roguelike shooter genre with brutal combat and a captivating story. Explore the Elder Planet, resurrect and take on the role of Adam Stone, a mercenary, smuggler, thief, and a devoted husband. In this game, you can choose your own playstyle, find legendary weapons, and customize your character with 100 buffs and permanent upgrades to make each run unique. You can experiment with different strategies and tackle the challenges that await you in the game. There is a variety of enemy and bosses, and regular and elite elders will try and stop you in the air and on the ground to defend their tombs. Bosses are also uniquely designed and have multiple phases, making each encounter feel tense and exciting. Dead Hook is coming to us from Joyway Games, and those developers have a reputation of releasing unfinished games or experimenting with games and pulling them from the store. Now personally, I really hope Dead Hook is the recipe that they've been looking for. It looks a really good Doom-esque game, and I can't wait to play it very soon and prove that they can release a truly polished game. Next, we have a game that has me particularly interested called Fireman Mercenary Tales. Fireman is a story-based adventure in a totally unique setting of 12th century Europe. Once you launch the game, you will jump right into an extremely immersive world ruled by the law of the sword, gunpowder, and audacity. The main axis of the game is re-experiencing the 8 incredible tales told by 8 charismatic adventurers. Each of them strive for the title of the greatest hero. The game revolves around a tavern that serves as a hub, and from there the characters will invite you to step into their boots and relive their amazing tales. Before you know it, you'll find yourself in eerie castles, ancient temples, forsaken shipwrecks, and other astonishing locations, slashing your way through hordes of varied kinds of enemies. Coming from Carbon Studios, the creators of the Wizard series, I'm actually really excited to take this on, since their last game I played, Warhammer, didn't really excite me that much, but this sounds like really good fun. Next up is Hello Neighbor VR, which is described as a suspenseful, family-friendly VR experience set in the Hello Neighbor universe. It features multiple playable characters which you can switch between to outsmart the AI. Each unique character has their own key items and skills. Switch between their perspectives, all the while solving puzzles and avoiding the neighbour as you attempt to reach the creepy basement. Now, I've been pretty hyped about this game for quite some time since I saw the first trailer, and I'm really hoping we can get our hands on it very soon. Next is Cards and Tank Cards, which is the first social collectible card game available for flat gamers on PC, but also VR. The game features 4 factions, each with their own unique combat styles, more than 160 cards, completely customizable decks, and cross-platform multiplayer, making it easy to connect with friends. Now personally, this isn't my type of game, but I do believe that regardless if it is your type of game, if you jump in with friends, it could be some fun. For those of you who love horror and cooking, we have Horror Cooking Bar. Taking on the role of a bartender in a horror bar, you'll be serving horrifying, delicious, full-blooded drinks using 3 different mixing methods. To also face the appetite of your guests coming into the bar, you'll be creating some gruesome dishes. Again, this isn't my type of game personally, but if you're hyped to see this one, let me know down in the comments if you're looking forward to it. And before I let you go, the last game on this list is called X8. Early access begins May the 18th, available as a free-to-play title on Steam and at PlayArt on Quest. Third verse says X8 features teams of 5 fighting against each other with a diverse cast of heroes. Each hero will have 3 special abilities and hero-specific items to experiment while offering unique strategical advantages. Players can build an extensive loadout of weapons, armor, and items to equip their heroes during each round and use the funds to earn to purchase more armaments. The objective is to deploy the siphon at the specific sites on the map during an attack, or deactivate it within the 30 seconds using the diffuser. The team that eliminates all the attackers or disrupts the deployment process determines the rounds of the winners. While looking at this trailer, I can obviously the Valorant style gameplay they're trying to offer here, but we've already seen this attempted with Larcenauts, which I believe now has a pretty dead player base. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments, and if you're looking forward to X8, also let me know down in the comments, because I think if enough people are interested, I might jump in to try this myself. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.